This budget planner setup is the easiest and simplest way to be intentionally consistent about saving money, paying off debt, and making sure all your expenses get paid on time. If you've been looking to create and stick to a budget that is not confusing, then you're in the right place. I've even used this system to pay off tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt. There are no spreadsheets, stickers, colored markers, or software involved. Just a Moleskine notebook and a pen. If you want, pause the video, grab a pen and paper, and you will have your own budget made by the end of this short video. Let's get started. I use this little Moleskine notebook for our budgeting. I've used their products for years, but I've found this particular one to be just the right size for this budget system. However, you can use any type of notebook or paper that you want to. I'll add a link for the Moleskine notebook in the video description if you're interested in checking it out. A budget is just money in and money out. First, you list income. And in this example, we're just going to make up numbers and we're going to assume that there's two different incomes. So we've got paycheck. First one, let's say it's $2,000. And then let's say in this example, we'll assume that it's a married couple with two paychecks, each earning $2,000. And then maybe you have additional income from a side hustle, just some side job, and maybe that's $500 a month. So that gives us $4,500 in total income. Next, we just list expenses. And what I usually do first is list bills. So the first one is we all have either rent or mortgage, also an electric bill, gas, water, car payment. Let's say that's $600. And then if you drive a car, you better have car insurance. And we'll just say in this example, it's $125. Pay for internet at the house. Maybe you have a gym membership and a cell phone. So those would be all the bills categories. Maybe you think of some extras as you're looking at this example. And then after the bills, I'll list the other expenses. So we've got tithe, and then gas for the car. We might want to buy some groceries. And then most of us are eating out. So we'll put in the budget for some eat out money. Also any prescriptions or monthly vitamins. And then since I'm a guy, I get a haircut once a month. Also have a little slush account where I'll just put in money, and these are for things like oil changes, maintenance, travel, birthdays that come up that you may need to buy a gift for, and stuff like that. Another important thing is to allow yourself in the budget for some spend money. It's important to determine an amount that you'll spend every month so you don't go over budget on this. This is just money you're gonna blow basically. And we'll say that's $150. And then any other expenses that you have, you can list here. And then we'll add up all these expenses together. And in this example, the total comes to $4,035 a month. And then we'll basically take the total expenses and subtract it from the total income, which would give us $465 a month left over. Now, $465 for 12 months is $55.80 per year. I also write bills in my planner calendar. Check out my video on using a notebook as a planner and journal on how to organize this. The link will be in the description. The amount left over would be used for paying off debt if you have debt, savings, travel, or investing. You can do a page for every month, or you can do one for every pay period if you get paid every week or every 2 weeks, whatever works best for you. Then I simply mark them off as I pay them. Here's some simple advice that I've learned that you may find helpful too. A mentor told me to be my own bank, be my own credit card, get $1,000 in an emergency account so if something comes up, I'm not having to use my credit card, I can just go to that emergency account to cover the expense. Debt is nasty, as you may well know. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rules over the poor and the borrower is slave to the lender." And this is exactly how it feels in debt, like a slave working to pay someone else. A good savings goal, if you're not sure how much to save, is 3 months living expenses. This is so if you lose a job or an income source, you have a safety net. In this example with the numbers we made up, 3 months living expenses would be $13,500. When it comes to investing, there are plenty of good videos out there about investing, the rule of 72. The important thing is to just get started. Another fun idea that you can do with some of that leftover money is I started a little account for my kids. That way they each have their own little account, a little bit of money goes in there every pay period, and they can learn about saving money and how interest works and see their account grow over time. When you have money left over after your expenses, it can be tempting to spend it all or to upgrade things like your car or house. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should. Don't fall into the trap of spending more as you earn more. Live below your means. I learned this the hard way in the past. Dave Ramsey says it this way: if you live like no one else, later you can live like no one else. We've used this simple budgeting system to pay off tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt, and you can too. If you found this budgeting video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. And I would love for you to leave me a comment. I read them all. And if you're looking to get organized with a planner, journal, notebook, check out this video next. And remember, make a change or tomorrow will look like today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.